Thailand weather alert, flash floods in the south, scorching heat and storms in the north and central regions. Thailand is bracing for severe weather as a powerful easterly wave barrels through the Gulf of Thailand and the south, bringing heavy rains, gusty winds, and potential flash floods. The Thai Meteorological Department issued a high alert warning this morning, urging residents in the south to prepare for dangerous conditions on Thursday. South on high alert for floods and storms. Heavy to very heavy rainfall expected in Phetchaburi, Prachuap Khiri Khan, Chumphon, Surat Thani, Nakhon Si Thammarat, Phat Halong, and Songkhla. Flash floods and water overflows likely in lowland areas, near foothills, and along rivers. Rough seas in the Gulf and Andaman Sea, with waves exceeding 2 meters in thunderstorms. Boaters and fishermen must exercise extreme caution. Scorching heat and sudden storms in the north and central Thailand. Hot and dry conditions dominate the upper regions, but isolated thunderstorms and gusty winds could bring sudden weather shifts. Northern hotspots, Chiang Mai, Lamphun, Mae Hong Son, and Tak, where temperatures could soar up to 39 degrees Celsius. Central Thailand, expect highs of 38 degrees Celsius, with storm risks in Uthai Thani, Kanchanaburi, and Ratchaburi. Regional forecast breakdown. Northeast, mostly clear skies, highs of 36 degrees Celsius. East, blistering heat with localized thunderstorms in Chonburi, Rayong, Chanthaburi, and Trat. Bangkok, scorching temperatures up to 38 degrees Celsius, with occasional thunderstorms. Stay alert and prepared. Flash floods, strong winds, and high temperatures pose serious risks. Share this warning to keep everyone informed. Trump escalates trade war, 10% tariff on all imports, higher rates for key nations. In a shocking escalation of global trade tensions, former President Donald Trump announced a sweeping 10% tariff on all U.S. imports, with even steeper duties on dozens of major trading partners. The move, unveiled Wednesday, has sent shockwaves through global markets and could dramatically drive up prices for American consumers. Tougher tariffs, higher prices. China faces the biggest hit with a 54% total tariff on imports, stacking a new 34% tax on top of Trump's previous 20% levy. U.S. allies also targeted. The European Union gets slapped with a 20% tariff, while Japan is hit with 24%. The tariffs will take effect April 9 for 60 nations, while the 10% baseline tariff begins this Saturday, according to a White House official. Markets plunge as $5 trillion wiped out. Wall Street reacted swiftly to Trump's announcement, with stock futures nosediving. The move follows weeks of volatile trading, as investors fear the new tariffs will slow the economy, spike inflation, and hammer corporate profits. Since February, U.S. markets have already lost nearly $5 trillion in value. What it means for Americans. Experts warn the tariffs could act as a massive tax on consumers, raising prices on everyday goods like bicycles, electronics, and wine. Analysts predict thousands of dollars in extra costs per family. Trade loopholes closed, China hit hard. Trump also signed an order banning duty-free shipments under $800 from China and Hong Kong, closing a loophole that has allowed cheap goods to flood the market. The restriction takes effect May 2 and targets Chinese chemicals linked to drug trafficking, according to U.S. officials. China denies any involvement, but the move adds to mounting tensions between the two economic giants. Global backlash, allies warn of trade war. European leaders slammed the move, warning it could destabilize Western economies. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni urged negotiations to prevent a trade war, while U.S. Representative Gregory Meeks called it the largest regressive tax hike in modern history. With automobile tariffs set to take effect Thursday and more penalties on semiconductors, pharmaceuticals, and minerals in the pipeline, Trump's trade crackdown is far from over. How will these tariffs impact your wallet? Drop your thoughts in the comment. Bangkok governor pushes for urgent seismic upgrades in hospitals after earthquake scare. Bangkok Governor Chadchat Sitipant is ramping up efforts to equip the city's major hospitals with advanced earthquake detection systems after a powerful quake in Myanmar sent tremors across Thailand, rattling buildings in the capital on March 28. The seismic event forced a swift patient evacuation at Siriraj Hospital, highlighting the urgent need for better preparedness in the city's high-rise medical facilities. Wake-up call for Bangkok's hospitals. The governor is renewing his push for a 9 million baht investment to install state-of-the-art seismic sensors in 8 major hospitals, ensuring real-time earthquake monitoring and improved emergency response. This proposal was previously rejected by the Bangkok City Council in 2023, but Chadchart believes the recent tremors could change minds. The urgency might not have been clear back then, he admitted. But after this quake, it's impossible to ignore. Which hospitals will get the tech? The plan focuses on tall, high-risk hospitals, including Thonny Noprat Building, 37 stories, City Hall, Din Daeng. 72nd Anniversary Building, 24 stories, Charoen Krung Pracharak Hospital. Somdit Chao Phraya Taksin Maharat Building, 17 stories, Taksin Hospital. A small price for big protection. At a relatively low cost of 9 million baht, Chadchart argues the investment is essential for safety and critical data collection. These sensors would help experts analyze seismic patterns and assess risks, strengthening Bangkok's long-term earthquake resilience. But Chadchart wants to go beyond these 8 hospitals. His vision includes installing similar devices across both public and private buildings, ensuring a citywide network of seismic data. Technology has become more affordable, there's no reason not to act, he stated. Will the funding come in time? Now, the question is whether this proposal will be approved for the 2026 budget or if central government support could speed up implementation. With Bangkok's skyline growing taller and seismic risks increasing, the city faces a crucial moment in its disaster preparedness efforts. Do you think Bangkok is ready for the next big quake? Drop your thoughts in the comment. Bangkok's condo market faces crisis as earthquake shakes buyer confidence. Bangkok's struggling condo market is on the brink of an even deeper crisis after a devastating 7.7 magnitude earthquake in Myanmar caused significant damage across the Thai capital. With thousands of buildings affected and an under-construction office tower collapsing, fears over structural safety are pushing prospective buyers away from high-rise living, worsening the city's ongoing condo oversupply problem. Earthquake fallout, 13,000 buildings damaged, condo buyers spooked. The March 28 quake, Myanmar's strongest in a century, claimed over 2,700 lives and sent shockwaves through Bangkok. Officials report damage to at least 13,000 buildings, forcing mass evacuations and urgent safety inspections. Real estate experts, including Colliers Thailand, warn that this disaster could severely impact condo sales in the short term, worsening Bangkok's already oversaturated property market. Condo market already in trouble. Bangkok developers were already sitting on a record 235,000 unsold residential units at the end of 2023, the highest since 2018. Condo sales plummeted 37% in 2024, according to the Thai Condominium Association. Buyers are now hesitant to invest in high-rise buildings, says Pierre Lung, sales director at Property Scout. Economic pressure mounts. Thailand's property sector has been struggling since the COVID-19 pandemic, despite government incentives and tax breaks. Even with the Bank of Thailand easing mortgage rules, high household debt is making homeownership more difficult. Now, the earthquake's psychological impact on buyers could last 3 to 6 months, warns Kiatnakin Fatra Securities. Developers focused on condos, like Ananda Development PCL and Origin Property PCL, may face increased inspection and repair costs, further squeezing profits. Developers fight back. Top real estate firms like Sansiri PCL are launching aggressive social media campaigns to restore buyer confidence. CEO Uthai Zangsuk assured the public that over half of Sansiri's 250 projects have been inspected, with no major structural damage found. Other developers are also rushing to reassure buyers, emphasizing the safety and durability of their high-rises. Will the condo market bounce back? While some analysts believe demand will gradually recover, the earthquake has accelerated a shift toward landed homes, benefiting smaller developers catering to low-rise properties. The Thai Condominium Association remains optimistic, arguing that the lack of fatalities and quick responses from developers will help stabilize the market. However, the Set Property Index tells a different story, down 3.1% on Monday, part of a 32% decline over the past year, far worse than the 15% drop in the overall set index. Outrage erupts over lavish furniture spending at collapsed SAO tower. Public anger is boiling over after shocking revelations about extravagant furniture purchases for the now-collapsed State Audit Office, SAO, tower, which was under construction when it crumbled during Friday's earthquake. Social media users are demanding accountability, slamming the multi-million baht spending spree as a waste of taxpayer money. What was bought? Eye-watering price tags expose. A viral post by Strong Anti-Corruption Thailand, a watchdog group with over 180,000 followers, has exposed a long list of luxury items intended for the Soros executive offices. Among the most jaw-dropping expenses: conference chairs, 97,900 baht each, with 28 purchased, totaling 2.7 million baht. Leather sofas, 157,000 baht per set. Hand-woven nylon carpets, 165,000 baht each. Bathroom accessories, 98 gold-trimmed faucets at 8,250 baht apiece, plus soap dispensers at 1,668 baht each. Chairman's office carpet set, the most expensive item, a 110,000 baht carpet. The total cost of these high-end fittings runs into millions of baht, sparking public outrage at extravagant spending by an agency tasked with overseeing government finances. Public backlash. Who audits the auditors? The revelations have triggered a firestorm online, with furious taxpayers questioning how such luxury expenses were approved. I just paid my taxes last month, and now I see where my hard-earned money is going. This is the agency that audits government spending, yet they need to audit themselves first. As criticism mounts, calls for transparency and accountability in SAO spending are growing louder. Many are demanding an immediate investigation into whether these lavish purchases were justified or a blatant misuse of public funds. What's next? With government cost-cutting measures in place across various sectors, why was the SAO splurging on Italian leather chairs and luxury carpets? Will officials be held accountable, or will this controversy be swept under the rug? What do you think? Should there be an audit into Soros spending? Drop your thoughts in the comment.
If you found today's news informative, hit that like button, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates. Make sure you have a great day.